Hi everyone, and this is an example of working with Venn diagrams, a question involving three overlapping sets. And for this we're going to assume that you already know the idea of sets and basic notation, and the principle of how Venn diagrams represent set membership. And just to recap that, if something is inside the circle, it's in the set. If something is outside the circle, it is not in the set. So, the inclusive OR is also something we need to talk about. When you say OR, it can usually mean we're making a choice, but it can mean other things as well. For example, Gillian is taking accounting or statistics. What does this mean? Well, it can mean that Gillian is definitely in at least one of these classes, and she could still be in both of these classes. But it can also mean that she's in either one or the other, but certainly not in both. In the first case, which we will use, it's called inclusive OR, when all possibilities are still included. And in the second case, it's exclusive OR, which we will not be using. So this is the question. 75 students took part in a questionnaire to see what subject they were taking. 27 were studying accounting, 26 were taking psychology, and 41 were taking statistics. Then they were asked about how many were in two of those classes. 12 were taking accounting and psychology, 13 accounting and statistics, and 17 psychology and statistics. And 5 students were taking all three of those subjects. So we can show that on a Venn diagram. We start with a blank Venn and we add the names of our sets, remembering that everything that's inside the circle is inside the set. There is one area in all three circles, and that's the center where we can put the 5 people who are in all three classes. So then we can move on to 2 classes, and because we're using inclusive OR, that means we have to take those 5 people who are in 3 classes away, because they are also taking 2. So for example, the number of people taking accounting and psychology is going to be 12, but the number of people taking accounting and psychology but not statistics is going to be 12 minus the 5 in the middle, and that's 7. And the same thing applies to the other 2 areas. So we do the same thing now just to find where the members of one set are. We take the 27 who are taking accounting and we remove all those people who we've already counted in another area. And we find out the numbers of people who are taking just one course. And then finally, we do know there are 75 students in all, so let's just check, shall we? 75 minus the sum of all of those other numbers is 75 minus 57. There are 18 students in the questionnaire who we have not counted yet. They are not in any of the 3 classes. They are outside all of the circles. So this is the final Venn diagram for our situation, and this is how we assign all of those 75 students to different parts of the diagram.